It's not a StreamYard video if it doesn't have the standard StreamYard countdown in it, so I feel like it belongs in
Okay.
there today.
Well, now you're scaring me. Did someone die and I don't know about it?
No one died. I mean, I'm sure someone died, but no one we're going to talk about. They didn't reach our threshold.
Okay. Well, that's our death intro. So you, especially when you
No
pivot
one died.
mid.
Breaking
Hi.
news.
Good
Fizz
morning.
just in. Midway through the intro. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Disney Morning Show where no one died. I have my reasons for doing that. My name is Doobie Mosley, co-founder of LP, yada, yada, yada. Over there is Kyle Burbank, the man who keeps LP going today. And we are here to talk about what's going on in the world of Disney on a very busy weekend and what's coming up this week. How's your Disney weekend, Kyle?
I mean, it wasn't much of a Disney weekend. It was good though. It was supposed to rain. Like there was a chance of rain on the radar, like pretty much every hour of both days, and it don't think I saw a drop. So I don't know what happened there. It was just always possible, but yeah. So we got to enjoy park time with Rigby, and we did
Aw.
some straightening up around the apartment.
Do you have any, I don't know, maybe fun Disney stuff happening, Saturday night or something?
Yeah, I played Disney Trivia Live where I had a few of those questions where you answer and then you're like, oh, I'm stupid. It's that one. And then you just sit there and wait for it to time to run out to show you that you're stupid and that you selected the wrong one. Those are always the best.
What question was that?
There's a few of them,
Oh,
honestly. There was
great.
one about the first inversion coaster. I'm like, oh, studios. I'm like, no, it's Paris. Yeah, it's Space Mountain. Or what's the fifth park? I'm like, oh, this is tricky. I think it's Tokyo. Oh no, it's studios. I know that. Why do I do this to myself?
Okay, well, that's Disney Trivia Live. If you want to feel stupid, we do that every Tuesday and Saturday at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. These
Sometimes
are
it's
some
better
hard
to
ones.
just take that 2 second penalty. You're not going to beat Geo. You just have to answer correctly instead of quickly.
But I don't think Geo won either contest today,
I
this
know,
Saturday.
but that constant threat of Geo, just like the rain this weekend, I just always have Geo breathing on my neck, be like, if you don't know it instantly, you're not gonna win. So I'm
Yeah.
like, I gotta go.
And this is the Geo of which we speak, who is the unquestioned trivia master. But I got him. I got him with Big Thunder Mountain. I don't even remember the question. I just know Big Thunder Mountain was the fake answer, and
Oh, is it
he
the one
he
that was?
he
It was
went for
actually
it.
Columbia. Oh no, it was Radiator Springs. There was a
Radiator
cacti.
Springs. Yeah.
A cacti. Wow, cactus. There was a cactus. Plural is cacti. That's how that works.
Why he's our editor. All right, let's get started this week. Happy Monday, everyone. Okay, fine, Geo. Never mind. Let's get started the way we do every day with a look at the Disney financials. So we were at 99 on Friday, up from 97. People made 2% overnight. What do you think we are now, Kyle?
Up.
Up. I'm going to refresh this since it's been a bit. We are three. Oh,
Wow.
wow. Stock is soaring. What's up with that?
I don't know, but that's really funny because I saw a really stupid tweet over the weekend that bothered me, and this completely erases their argument. So that part makes me slightly happy.
So yeah, if you bought it at 97 on Thursday, you have made $5 a share like in 2 business days. That's incredible. So there's your stock picking advice. Pick stock just before it goes up. That's my big advice on picking stock. And I don't think anyone can argue with that. All right, next up, we've got our good buddy Ethan, well rested from the weekend. Let's see what he has to say today.
I like how it's legally distinct purple haze. It's great. Anyway, or smoke on the water, I guess it is. Smoke on the water. Anyway, here we go.
Hey everyone, happy Monday and welcome to the Laughing Place Disney Weather Report. By the way, I'm pretty sure I've called this segment by about 5 different names over time and will continue to use them interchangeably. Before we jump in, I wanted to give you all a heads up that Mother's Day is this Sunday. By the way, am I the only one who thinks that the apostrophe should come after the S in mothers since the day belongs to all mothers? No, just me. Okay then, let's get to the weather. Anaheim will see sunny skies and a high of 71 because it's May in Southern California. Walt Disney World will also be sunny and hit 88 today. And, with only 33% humidity, the real feel will match the on-paper temp. Castaway Cay will be partly cloudy and 83 degrees. Showers will be possible in the late evening, but things should stay dry during the day. It's cloudy in Disneyland Paris this evening, but somewhat warm with temperatures in the low 60s. Tokyo will hit a high of 67 tomorrow with some breeze and partly cloudy skies. Shanghai is once again looking like SoCal tomorrow, with sunshine, a high of 73, and low humidity. Hong Kong is also looking remarkably pleasant tomorrow, hitting 76 with overcast skies. However, it will be a bit windy and that high humidity will make it feel more like 80. That's all for today, but I look forward to seeing you all again tomorrow. Bye for now.
That's kind of I expected a little more at the end from Ethan. He has a reputation to uphold. I don't know how he comes up with material 5 days a week, but usually he manages. Not today. Well, that was good though. Thank you, Ethan. Happy Mother's Day to you too. Do you know how he celebrates this event?
I don't know if to his original coder, maybe. Do you get Mother's Day gifts from your created programs?
That is one of the creepiest questions I've ever had. No. If LP Quiz on Saturday decides to just interject some sort of a Happy Mother's Day, I'm going to run very far, very fast. All right, Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Did you get to see it, Kyle?
I did not.
Did not get to see it. I have not either, but it did come out. It did well, I think. Most people consider it doing fairly well. You disagree?
So no, it didn't do well. It did short of expectations domestically and a little bit better or in line with expectations worldwide. However, the difference will be how it holds. Like the past couple Marvel movies have had big openings, but have fallen off like almost 70% on their second weekend, which isn't like that. It's kind of been the trend. Sometimes they fall a little bit less, but it's usually, 50% is a good hold, 60% is high, 70 is really high. So if it can hold on, it could still have a good total. And people are saying that the reviews for this one are a lot better than some of the past ones. Obviously, it's certified fresh. So it'll be more on next weekend. But in my view, currently, if it follows normal trajectory, then it's not a failure, but not a great hit.
Not a great hit. So the numbers, as of right now, real numbers will come out later, but as of right now, it looks like it's going to be a little more than 118 million in the U.S. and 170 million overseas. Kyle predicted 150 million in the U.S., so Kyle was slightly over. Not slightly. He was way off on that, but he had high hopes for this. I think a lot of Disney fans had high hopes. They thought it was really going to outperform, and it simply didn't. So, but yeah, the word of mouth I think has been pretty good. I know from the people I've talked to, some people say. No one says it's bad. Some people say it's dark, beware. But some people say, no, actually, it wasn't as dark as I expected. So get out there and watch it with enthusiasm. So we'll see. It's got 81%, as Kyle said, certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes, 95% audience score. But yeah, if it is dark in some people's minds, I do wonder about the repeatability. And so will that hurt its long term, its legs? We shall see. It did not open horribly, but the real question, as Kyle said, is what's it going to do on that second weekend? Is it going to have a huge drop off, or is it going to retain? And that'll say a lot about the future of the MCU, I think, because they've had a string of not huge movies, and we'll see. And James Gunn, bye. This is his last one. He's off to. Wouldn't it be something? James Gunn leaves this as a swan song, goes off to Warner Brothers, and they take over the mantle of the king of the cinematic universes.
Well, I mean, he already had a huge hit there with the Suicide Squad. I'm sure if you look at those box office totals, they're just record breaking.
People have I've heard really good things about Flash. I mean, obviously the studio's always trying to say stuff is good. Well, not always. Just look at Batgirl or whatever it was. But
Alex saw it at CinemaCon and liked it a lot.
Flash is getting a lot of great early buzz as kind of the start of the new Warner Brothers cinematic universe, so we'll see. Would they be half siblings to Gideon? I can't even think about this. I'm getting the chill. This is creepy. No.
We found a new phobia for Doobie.
I think the Disney Plus problem is a real thing, if you want to call it a problem. But yeah, I think more and more people are just happy to wait for streaming, especially with the smaller window that we tend to get.
Much smaller. Like if you think about how it used to go, it was you had to wait a few months, and then pay to download it or buy the DVD. And then it would be several more months before it ended up on like HBO, and then several more months before it ended up on, streaming and ABC Premiere and stuff like that. Like, you'd probably be waiting a year or more for it to come to
Right.
streaming, and now it's 3 months at most. Like, it is kind of crazy.
And it's on the service you've already got, and so I don't know if Disney considers that a hurt. They may be thrilled that it helps Disney Plus numbers. I don't know, but yeah, and Tony Petty bets on it's not just a Disney Plus problem. It's nearly every studio. However, it certainly didn't hurt the Mario movie. It's doing buffo. So yeah, Rebecca's waiting for Guardians on streaming, she thinks, and anyway, all right. Speaking of the MCU, we have a new character debuting in the Avengers Campus, which is such a cool thing that they tend to do almost every time a new movie comes out. And so, Kyle, you're the MCU guy. Who's this?
That is Mantis. She's was introduced in Guardians 2, I believe, and has presumably a bigger role. I didn't actually see the movie. But instead of her just being a walk around, she is part of the awesome dance off. So she takes on the role. Gamora used to be in it, so they changed the show, and she's Mantis is in it now. Apparently, Gamora does come out separately as like a meet and greet now because she's not part of the show. But yeah, I watched a little bit of this. It was it's pretty funny the way that they use her. Like, her reactions are like, Peter will be like, "Okay, now do this dance move," and hers are always like over the top and overly enthusiastic. I think she looks great. I think this is really cool.
I'll play a little bit of this.
It's Star-Lord.
And I am Mantis, Peter's genetic sibling. Our father is Ego.
Whoa. Okay, they don't need to know the crazy genetic tree we fell out of. But what's important is we are the Guardians of the Galaxy. Thank you.
I put the link to the full video in there.
Just scrub through and show where they actually start dancing.
Okay.
I think it's earlier than that. Before
Earlier
people
than
come
this?
up and stuff, yeah.
There we go. I think.
Yeah, like that. Just like that overly enthusiastic.
1, 2, 3, throw it up. Take it out straight.
And now bring it back the other way.
Looking good. Everybody put your hands in the air. Now wave them around like you just don't care. Very nice. How about some raise the roof? All right, let's try this. Follow me. Roll it up. I like it. Now bring it down. Now do the track. Here we go. Yes, something fast.
That is pretty cool. Plus, we got to hear some classic Jackson 5 ABC, which, believe it or not, is only the second best song we're going to hear on the show today.
Wow. Okay.
So that is Mantis now showing at Disney California Adventure, a part of what's the name of the Awesome Dance Off. So if you want to see her, go watch the Awesome Dance Off. You'll get a chance. You know what they call that musical group on YouTube? The Jackson $5. We are getting a copyright strike today. We've already accepted that fate because of our next story here. So as you all know, Doobie loves good music put out by Disney parks.
Yeah.
The most recent example being the Welcome Home song from Disney Vacation Club, which is still #1. But this morning I got introduced to another song, which,
by the way, actually came out. We wrote about it like over a month ago, but now it's on streaming services, so it resurfaced by the same lady who does the DVC song.
I think they have found their person to do their songs. She is brilliant. So this one is celebrating the silver anniversary at sea. It's called, doesn't even have the name here. It's called
Shimmering Seas.
Shimmering Seas. This video, I guess they put out a month ago. They didn't have a title for it. So
just our signature song.
It's called Shimmering Seas. You're welcome. You're going to enjoy this. We're going to listen to the whole thing. Copyright strike and all.
Again, the water is warm, I'm diving in this full speed ahead right into the unknown. I know the magic is sparkling on the waves. There's so much for us to celebrate. The colors in the sky ignite the way they go, they go. There's always more new places to explore. Let's go, let's travel
in time
along and
Oaken,
sail
very
the
good.
shimmering seas. So come along and sail the shimmering seas. So come along and sail the shimmering seas. New adventures, new adventures, new adventures. The magic awaits for us. New adventures, all together. The ocean is calling my name again. I'm ready for more. I'm diving in. I'm never gonna be the same again. I know, I know. Let's go. Let's travel to the stars. There's wonder in our hearts. It's time for the adventure of our dreams. We're way beyond the shore, even further than before. So come along and sail the shimmering seas. So come along and sail the shimmering seas. So come along and sail the shimmering seas.
It was a well-timed video, too. So, Kyle, tear my dreams apart.
It's a lot better than the other one. I mean, still not amazing lyrics. Like the even further than before is a little weak, but I do have to say I kind of like the going into the unknown. I know, I kind of like that. I think that works well. Yeah, not nearly as cringe as the kids say, but I do want to really quickly, before you share your current opinion, I want to give some unprecedented access here and show our folks here just how quickly you evolved on this song. At 8:46. By
This
the
is
way,
not fair.
Shimmering Seas, 3 thumbs down, and then 3 minutes later, it's definitely like it, not quite as good as DBC, but close. It could use a key change, but it's pretty awesome.
Can
That's
I defend
like
myself?
Less than one play, and you're just
Can I
like,
defend myself? That's embarrassing. So my introduction to this song was our article, which includes an embed of a snippet of the song, because when you have a streaming service, it's just a snippet. And it was a little bit of the chorus, and then it went into the rapping portion. And I do not like the rapping portion. And so that really threw me off. And I was listening to the lyrics there, and I'm like, this is really stupid. But when I listened to the entire song, even before I got the visuals, when I listened into the entire song and I heard everything in context, then I realized just how good it was, especially the hook, the Shimmering Seas part. It got me. And then once I saw the video and all the cruise footage, all well timed with the song, I realized, if you can't admit your mistakes, Kyle, you're nothing. Okay? I was wrong. I admit it. I was wrong. It took me 3 minutes to come around. And I now realize this is worthy of a spot in my top 25 Disney songs of all time. Not top 5 like the other one, but top 25.
now where does this Michelle lady rank for you? I put her at number 4 on your power rankings.
She's 2 for 2 so far. So. I don't think I would put her ahead of Tears for Fears, to be honest, Kyle. But
there was something else that she did. When you look her up on Spotify as an artist, it was another Disney thing. Oh, Out of My Mind from the Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur soundtrack. It was actually the most streamed out of the 3 so far.
I guess I should give it a listen.
Guess so.
Anyway, so that is Shimmering Seas, now available for streaming on your favorite streaming network, or you can just watch the YouTube video over and over again, although it's not called Shimmering Seas, so good luck finding it there. The one with the visuals.
There is a YouTube video of it because obviously it's on YouTube Music, and that's how that works.
But it does not have the cool cruise footage, which really completes it. The cruise footage was pretty good too. Lots of current stuff, lots of Disney Wish stuff. It didn't look quite.
The unveiling of the treasure is kind of funny. Like, yeah, this is a sizzle. But yeah, the clapping Oaken. I'm like, okay, you tried. Good job.
Yeah.
But I'm like, yeah, foosball. That's the magic that I want when I.
Everyone that goes on a cruise and sees that table takes a moment to play some foosball. It is a standard part of going on a cruise. So these people really know the cruise culture. right, we're going to move on from this fantastic song and go to something less fun, and that is the writer strike that is currently underway. The Writers Guild of America, is that what WGA stands for?
That is correct. There is West and East, but both are on strike.
Both are on strike, so this is obviously having an effect on Disney. Production on Blade, which is a upcoming MCU film,
Yes.
is been halted. If it or was set, I think it was set to begin.
It was set to begin. It's already been delayed, so it'll be delayed more.
And Disney Channel's Bunked, which is their current longest-running live-action comedy series, has had its production halted due to the writer's strike. And then on Friday, Disney sent out a letter to certain people under contract to them, letting them know that despite the fact you are on a writer strike, if you are a writer-producer, you still get to do your work as a producer. They said, we want to specifically reiterate to you as a showrunner or other writer-producer that you are not excused from performing your duties as a showrunner and or producer on your series as a result of the WGA strike. Your personal services agreement with the studio requires that you perform your showrunner and or producing duties even if the WGA attempts to fine you for performing such services during the strike. Your duties as a showrunner and or producer are not excused, suspended, or terminated until and unless you are so notified in writing by the studio. And I'm going to put a link to that article in there because there's actually a fact in that article. That's just a really fascinating read if you want to be entertained about some of the stuff that goes on between the studio and the crew. It's a complicated thing. There are not necessarily nice people involved here. You know, this is about getting the job done. So it's just an entertaining read. I invite you to go read the fact at the end of that article that I just put in the chat. Any comment on that, Kyle?
Yeah, I mean, it sucks to be those people. Like, you have your dream of running a show and being a writer creator of a show, and then now you're stuck in this place where you have loyalty to your union, and they're trying to fine you, but then the studio's like, nope, you have to come in and do this part of it. Must be very hard for those people, and I feel for them.
Yeah, and the studio, I mean, the union says that we'll fine you if you cross the picket lines, even if it's to go do your other job. And Disney said,
and reputationally too, like that.
Yeah, scab, right? Exactly. And this isn't just Disney. This was put out, I think, by Disney and Warner Brothers did a similar thing with their people, right?
Probably, I think there's a few. Yeah.
So yeah, this isn't a unique Disney thing, and so yeah, you cross the picket lines, you get fined. There's a reputation. Disney says whether you get fined or not, you have a job to do. You come to work, and hopefully this all gets resolved relatively soon before it gets too ugly. Much happier news: we've got more popcorn buckets.
Yeah, droids.
As soon as I find the button here, there we go. That's the one I want.
Do you remember the old droid? The Verizon.
Yes, I had a droid. I had a black droid. It was cool.
But anyway, this is a purple droid with a red leg.
So this looks like it's meant to look like the droids you can put together in the Droid Depot over at Galaxy's Edge, and they've turned into a popcorn bucket, which means it's gone from no one cares to being very popular, just because you could potentially put popcorn in it, though you never do.
And this one's like. Looks like he's in some sort of being like restrained for some reason.
Here's the back of the guy. And there is only one design, despite the fact that when you go to the Droid Factory, you can make it look however you want. There is only one design here.
The popcorn buckets, naturally, they give you the popcorn in a bag separately from the bucket.
Does it have to be able to hold popcorn, potentially, to legally be called a popcorn bucket?
I don't know about legally, but I think, like we talked about before, the reason for this is that this is part of the the food and beverage department at Disney, different than the merchandise department. They like to make money too. Obviously, the success of their division helps people get promoted, gets them bigger budgets and all of that. So they sell these things that do quite well, but it's also silly because everyone knows that it's just a piece of merchandise and not something to actually hold food, but we have to keep those legal distinctions. So yes.
What do you think? How do you think the merchandise department feels when the food department puts out a popcorn bucket and it does boffo, and people go gaga over it as merchandise, but it's coming from the food department. You think it hurts?
I mean, that's probably, the Figment bucket probably led to Munchlings. They're like, oh, okay, you want to play that? Well, we're going to make plushy food.
Don't eat the Munchlings, though. We warned you. In the world of Lego, there are some new Disney 100 Lego sets set to debut in June. So, Kyle, I know you're a humongous Lego fan.
Yeah, and these are pretty cool. I think this one's really interesting. You get to build a VHS tape out of Legos. Or out of Lego. I know you don't pluralize it.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is a villain set that is coming out. You can now pre-order it. So on the Target email that I got, it said it was a Target exclusive, but it doesn't really note that on their site. So I don't know if this will be available other places, but you can pre-order it on Target. There's this villain set. There's also one called Duos that has a bunch of different Disney duos. So you have Squirt and Nemo, Lumiere and Cogsworth, Hey Hey and Pua, and then Percy, is that his name? And
Miko and Percy.
Miko? Yeah, Miko.
I guess by the end they're kind of a duo. It's really Miko and Flit, but by the end Percy becomes
You want to build a
trio.
hummingbird?
But there's never the duo of Miko and Percy. It's the trio of
Well,
Miko,
it's a weird
Percy,
pick
and
all
Flit.
around. But yeah, so these are kind of cute.
Oh yeah, that's
I don't know if
Nemo
I'd
and
buy any
Crush.
of them, but
Is that-
I think I'd probably go with the Moana one. That one's probably my favorite of as far as like the figures themselves, not necessarily the characters of the movie.
Yeah, the Lumiere looks a little creepy. Nemo and Squirt, I never thought of them as a duo either.
We're gonna have a great jump today.
All right, Muppets Mayhem. When does that hit Disney Plus?
I believe it is Wednesday.
I think you're right. That's when series tended.
Oh yeah, thank you for reminding me. I have videos to upload.
Okay.
I have
So
work to do.
they released some new character posters for Muppets Mayhem. We'll take a quick look at those on Friday.
I mean, wait, posters? Do we?
Oh wait, goodness. This just in, Dr. Teeth.
It is kind of funny that we call them posters because it's for a streaming show. Like these aren't hung up anywhere. It's just a JPEG. It's like NFTs. They're just photos.
We've also got Animal, beats drums, gong. Oh wait, there's more. Floyd Pepper. This makes no sense to anyone but us.
You can click the thing again to shorten that rollout.
You're right, I can. Janice is here. Ah, wrong button. I clicked
no.
an ad. I clicked an ad.
Oh, do we get more money for that?
Oh man, I thought I switched over here. I thought you couldn't even see it. There's Janice. Okay, and Zoot. Look at me using two windows, switching back and forth, so you don't have to watch me scroll.
Riot.
Lips. Wow. TIL. I'm learning who the people in Muppets Mayhem are.
Haven't you had a quiz about? Oh, it was probably a Mike Celestino written quiz. Mike, you've
undoubtedly.
mentioned some of these characters as far as
And
like quiz.
This last one is the weirdest looking Muppet I've ever seen. But Nora.
Yep, that is yeah, the star of the show. I forgot her name. Lily. Maybe?
And there's
She had a show.
sorry.
Lily Singh.
There's Nora. There's Nora. Sorry about that.
No, you shot her.
Here's Moog, Hannah, JJ, and Muppets Mayhem coming on Wednesday to Disney Plus. But you don't have to wait that long to find out what we think of it. We've got a review. So
Yes. Bill, our resident Muppet. Well, there's a few Muppet fans, but he is definitely one of them. He got to interview some of the Muppets. Those are the videos we'll have uploaded to our YouTube later today. But he loved the show. I think he called it one of the best. Got to read the last paragraph. That's how we roll.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to read the last. It's actually got to read the last two paragraphs. This is now Bill's review of Muppets. You got to read the headline too. The headline is The Muppets Mayhem rocks. Okay, that's not much of a headline. All right, the last two paragraphs are: it's been almost 2 years since the Halloween spooktacular Muppets Haunted Mansion, which was a great film that focused on Gonzo and Pepe. Now we see that a new entry that branches out with Electric Mayhem and allows them to dominate the screen and tell their story. The Muppets Mayhem is the best new show to premiere this year, and hopefully just the beginning of many great things to come from the Muppet world. The best new show to premiere this year. If that's not worthy of a commercial tag, I don't know what is. That's pretty cool.
Adam F. Goldberg tweeted about it. Tweeted our review, I think.
He did. I should have had that prepared. Thanks.
You have to. The F is very important. Adam F. Goldberg.
What? Why?
Oh, there's an actor named Adam Goldberg, who I guess was not happy when the Goldbergs was getting big because it's just Adam Goldberg and people thought it was tied to him. So then they actually had like a running joke on the show about kind of like alluding to that. Like Adam had someone in his high school and he had to be Adam F. Goldberg to.
Oh, I wonder what Adam No F. Goldberg thought of that running joke.
I don't know.
I'm trying to see if I can see. But, oh well. Yeah, he retweeted. He's getting some great reviews, by the way, which is really cool. Really good to see.
Except you don't really like the Muppets, so I don't know if you...
No, but I want the Muppets. They own them. People love them. I love that people love the Muppets. I don't understand that people love the Muppets, but I love that people love the Muppets. And so I want them to get something that they can love and appreciate and that actually endures beyond one season. So let this be the thing. Hey Disney. What is Hey Disney, Kyle?
Hey Disney is it's basically an Amazon Alexa thing where you interact with it at the Disney resorts. It can you can order more towels. You can do Disney trivia. I think have Disney voices. What?
It's just funny. The first thing you mentioned it can do, order more towels.
Well, that's what specifically because you can also apparently, I don't know if it's available yet, but they're going to have Hey Disney for Alexa at your house. But when you're at the resort, it can do guest services types of things.
You won't order more towels at my house? Because I can do that on my current Alexa. I can say, hey, Alexa.
That's true, but you have to pay for those. You don't have to pay for them at a resort unless you steal them.
All right, so one of our peeps was staying at a resort with Hey Disney, and they did a 15-minute video showing it off. So I'm going to put a link to that in the YouTube, and we'll watch a little bit right here to see what Hey Disney can do for you.
Started. Say, get things for my room. Send a cast member. Plan my day. Explore Disney fun. Or try more things.
Plan my day.
Plan your day. Tap or say, tell me about dining. Tell me about transportation. Tell me about the parks. Or set an alarm.
Tell me about the parks.
Set an alarm.
Sure. Which park would you like info on? If you need me to read them to you, say, read me the location list.
Magic Kingdom.
I didn't know that Disney
Here are
Springs
your
was
choices.
park.
Hours, fireworks,
TIL.
or shows and parades. Which would you like?
Hours.
Today, Magic Kingdom Park is open from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. with early entry from 8:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. How else can my pixie powers assist you?
That was a lot of work for the most basic info.
And he sounds so magical, too. How else can my pixie power... I wonder
What
if
else
you
do
can
you
say,
want
though.
to know?
Now, I'm
Do
pretty
you
sure
want
I
the
can
towels?
Why don't you just tell me the name of the movie you
Why don't you just tell me the name of the park you have the hours for?
I've never laughed so hard as that scene in Seinfeld ever in my life.
Brown-eyed girl. That is correct. Press 1 now.
I'm pretty sure I could just say to my Alexa, "Hey Alexa," or "Hey Echo." What do you call it? Alexa, right? I don't know. Hey, whatever your name is, what time does the Magic Kingdom close today? And they can just give me an answer without going through all these prompts. But it's not as pretty as this is. So, Hey Disney, finally rolling out. I know it has been for a little bit, but our first chance to get our first view of it. And like I said, 15-minute video. Go check it out and see what you think of Hey Disney. If it can
Sounds
make a
less than
difference for you.
exciting to me.
It plays games too. I didn't show it play
Hey,
games.
Jack.
Yeah.
Awesome. First, tell me if you want to select a category or answer random questions.
Don't buffer. Don't buffer. We're enjoying this. 2:35. God, don't do this to me, Alexa. Or I guess this is YouTube. Refresh.
To get started, say, get things from my room.
How did we
Send
go
a
back?
Marion Ravenwood. C. Salah.
C.
Right. Do you think
Correct.
Benji
After moving
dared
past
get
booby
one wrong
traps
just
and
so we could
overgrown
see what
temple
happens,
gardens,
or that
guests
would be too big
received
a
instructions
thing to
from
his
Salah
ego?
himself.
I don't think so. Not intentionally. But I do like he's playing Disneyland
Next
trivia
question.
at Walt Disney World.
True or false? Merida is turned into a bear, and her mother must help her figure out how to reverse the spell. A. True. B. False.
B.
Correct. After a showdown with Merida, Queen Eleanor is transformed by an unexpected bit of magic.
Do you think you could say, "Hey Disney, play that really cool song about Disney Vacation Club," and it'll just do it for you?
Maybe.
I, that's what he needs to find out. Rebecca has said yes. You can just say, "Alexa."
That was like
Disney
3
Vacation."
hotel rooms ago. I don't know what you're expecting.
The hours provided were incorrect here. Now. Ah, how sad. Show the soundscapes. All right. I will show the soundscapes. I will try to find the soundscapes. That might be the best future. I would like to, Tony. Perhaps it's
Maybe if someone
whoever-
would have time coded this video.
I was just about to say that. Chapters are a thing. They're very easy to do, Tony.
Actually, I don't remember if Tony's the one. I just assume that Tony was the one who. It was either him or we didn't have Luke last week, so it narrows
knows-
down my search.
Fahrenheit with clear skies.
He knows
and
there are
sun.
soundscapes, so it
Tonight's
must be.
forecast has mostly
That's
clear
good.
skies with
That's
a low
weather.
of 65 degrees.
Oh, here we go.
Hey Disney, let's go on an adventure.
Terrific. We have so many adventures. Tell me who you want to share a play-along adventure with. Rocket and Groot.
Was that
Or
Jason
Olaf and
Marsden
Anna.
or just someone who sang?
So, what'll it be?
Oh, thanks, Tony. I'm glad we showed that off. All right, that is Hey Disney again. You can watch the whole video. That was actually more entertaining than I expected. So go watch the whole video, please. Geo, it worked. I asked it to play the DV song, and it did. That is the most important feature it can have. Don't. If you need to turn us off so you can finish hearing the song, we completely understand, Geo. I know once it starts, you don't want to cut it off. See, Little Mermaid is coming so soon, and we're getting more and more and more and more and more stuff from it. Sorry, let me have to check a message real quick. Okay. So MTV Movie and TV Awards, they put out a little clip from Kiss the Girl. So let's give a little gander at that. Have you seen this, Kyle?
I scrubbed through it to see how long it was and whether it was worth writing about.
I'm always curious what we think of what's coming out of Little Mermaid.
Kiss the girl. Kiss the
Okay, Kyle, thoughts?
The bioluminescence was kind of fun, and the visuals weren't bad, but the music was a little lackluster. Didn't have much build to it. It felt kind of like tepid.
It's so dark. I hope this is just how it looks on my screen, but it looks so dark.
It
And
does.
this isn't the only scene that I've seen from this movie to look so dark. That really bothers me. I hate movies that are not bright. I have a hard time watching movies that all take place at night. Like when you watch 24 and it gets to the night hours, it's much less enjoyable than the daytime hours. So that's my biggest problem with it. I don't know. I'm so curious to see this movie, how it does both critically, both three ways: how it does at the box office, obviously, how it does critically, and then how it does with Disney fans, who are the most critical audience for something like this. I'm so anxious to find out. I'm gonna ask you a question, Kyle.
Okay.
In the chat.
Oh.
Sorry, in the private chat. I probably should have let you know that.
Um.
If
Oh.
you're not sure,
I
just
don't.
say.
I don't know how that we can. I believe. Is there a premiere for Little Mermaid coming up? Is there a red carpet event for that? Do we know?
I don't see that mentioned. I don't, not that I know of. So we'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. I already did Shimmering Seas. We're not going to do that again. The Disney cruise ship has some really exciting stuff happen. The Disney Magic. I have a feeling we're going to get much deeper into this on today's edition of Disney Parks Talk at 4 p.m. So I'm not going to go real deep here, but they have added a new show, an Encanto celebration, which seems like kind of a different kind of show. I'm not sure it's even premiered yet, to know exactly what it is, but it's an immersive experience that engages families through music, crafts, and storytelling. It includes a meet and photos with Mirabelle and Bruno, a sing along. So I'm really anxious to see exactly what that is. I couldn't find anything out there from anyone who's actually seen it. And like I said, I'm not sure it's actually premiered yet.
Yeah, they might have had delays.
Then they have. Go ahead.
Oh, I just had an update. I looked it up, and it does seem like the premiere of Little Mermaid is being held tonight. So usually the way that works is after the premiere is when the social embargo lifts. So we might be seeing some early reactions to the film as early as tonight. So I would say if you like for the Marvel ones, I'm like make sure you put your keywords in if you don't want spoilers. But I don't really know how you're going to spoil the Little Mermaid. But you know, if that's the thing you're sensitive to, be aware that that might be happening later tonight.
Yeah.
But they going back to the ship, the soul, the lounge, or
Yeah.
whatever it is.
Yeah, so
Got
they
soul
have a
theme.
Soul Cat Lounge, which looks. So I'm ambivalent about the Soul Cat Lounge. It is replacing the Promenade Lounge, which is my favorite place to hang out on the Disney Magic. It's right outside the. I guess it's outside the Tiana restaurant now. It used to be outside Parrot Key, I believe. But that's just like our favorite hangout right there on deck 3. It's just never busy, just a nice place to hang out. They have games there and stuff. And so they've gotten rid of that. They've replaced it with the Soul Cat Lounge. It essentially looks the same, so it's probably just as cool a place to hang out. But it's now themed after the movie Soul, the Half Note Lounge. I do think it's interesting that they did not just call it the Half Note Lounge, but I guess that wouldn't include the name of the IP.
Gotta
which
have the
probably helps
IP
it.
in the.
But yeah, brick walls, wood accents, leather seating, dance floor. It always had a dance floor. Custom artwork from Pixar that would make sense in the Soul universe. And the cool part, they actually have tableside Manhattans and martinis, which I think is kind of cool. And I also saw on the Twitterville that they have, this is really neat too. You can see Joe's hat there and his jacket. I also saw on the Twitterville that they have added a old fashioned that is similar, like they have in the Barbary over on the newer on the Wish. So
Is that
this,
Blanton's on that cart? Wow. Some fancy
so
stuff there, dude.
well, yeah. I mean, it's true. So yeah, this looks pretty cool. Yeah, Tony suddenly wants to board the Disney Wish, wants to board the Disney
I
Magic.
think
I'm sorry.
Becca does too.
They've also upgraded the concierge, so all the concierge suites have been upgraded with new furnishings and artwork and such. And they've added the concierge lounge itself has a Moana theme now, and they've added an outdoor covered seating area on deck 10. So check that out. Scott
Just throwing
Sanders
it
of the
down.
Scott Sanders of the DCL blog which is a great follow, obviously, and a great website. Has some pictures of the new concierge lounge up there on deck 10, right above the Cove Cafe. So like I said, we'll talk more about this at 4 p.m. today, because anything cruise we want to talk about. I also saw DCL Duo, which is a wonderful podcast. I listen to them a lot. Mentioned this didn't get any pub from Disney that I saw, but they have made some upgrades to the gym on board the Magic, including Wi-Fi enabled treadmills for streaming during your workout. So that's pretty cool.
This is our 2 weeks ticket.
Yeah, I recognize that voice from. All right, so cool stuff on the Disney Magic, and they didn't. I don't think they announce this was coming. It went for a 3-week dry dock, and I think people were surprised at the results.
I'm not going to pretend like I keep track of all these things, but it did seem like a surprise.
I mean, it is you do tend to see things go by. Am I correct that at least unless you're on vacation, your eyes go on every article that goes on LP?
Not exactly, especially on weekends. I might have a sense of what gets posted, but I don't actually go through and read every single one of them per se.
Thank you for posting mine, by the way. I'm like, did he ever post that? And I went and looked, and there it was. My final Disney Dreamers Academy article got posted. Thank you very much. My 5 highlights from the Academy. I think it was 5. Maybe it was just highlights. All right, it's time for a special part of our show. And you're not going to believe this, but I actually was reading TikTok this weekend. I've gone back to some TikToking and put some in my pocket, and here we go. This is from the TikTok of James Gunn doing some poster signings.
All right. If you could just move them faster, please.
Yeah, I'm trying to get them over without risk.
I'm do a lot of these
They're,
things.
they're sticky on my end, but they're slippery on your end.
Well, it's not. It doesn't seem. That seems unlikely that they're sticky on one end and slidey on the other.
Nope.
Listen, man. Listen. I gave you a good job in the movie.
You did.
And you do a good job. I'm not saying you don't do a good job.
Thank you.
Okay. But other responsibilities come with me giving you a gig in the movie. You don't want me to be accused of nepotism, do you?
I don't want that at all. I
Right,
don't-
yeah. So, move faster.
Stop being shitty.
Stop being a loser.
Gotcha.
He's a rookie after all.
Very good. That is Nathan Fillion of The Rookie and Firefly and Guardians of the Galaxy 3 fame, having to help out James Gunn with some poster signings. James Gunn is
And
quite
Castle.
the taskmaster. How can I forget Castle? That's where I discovered him. Yeah, I think that's his best role. The Rookie is a hate watch show. It is not good, but I watch every single
Well, the last
episode.
show that I hate watched made us cry like babies on its last episode. So, you know,
What? A Million Little Things?
a million little things.
Show us a million little. I feel like A Million Little Things is going to be like This Is Us, a show which we hated the commercials. Why does anybody watch this? At some point, we're going to put it on and just binge the whole thing. Did you watch This Is Us?
No,
Okay.
we only keep it because it's, you know, the block of comedies and then just the saddest everything goes wrong show afterwards.
There's something about those shows. This Is Us is the same thing, but you know, it gives you the feels, and sometimes you just want the feels.
I mean, and This Is Us did not have Sean Spencer. So.
That's the one thing that makes me really want to. But whenever I see the commercial, he's so serious. That's not Sean Spencer.
He's serious, like a bunch of serious things. He is the comic relief. He does have funny moments.
They do not show that in the commercials. Every commercial I see, he is like stretching his acting chops. The Rookie is not good, Rebecca. I enjoy it too. It is terrible.
Well, now he's the 5th-year veteran.
I know, just don't call it The Rookie. They actually won at the end of one episode. He like got demoted, so he had to essentially stay a rookie, but that only worked for one season. So now they've all of a sudden made him a trainer of rookies. You go from demoted to staying a rookie to training rookies overnight. We're gonna save that one for last because I love that one. So here from Epic Beer Girl is another. This one's a tweet. How cool is this? Be cooler if you could see it, I know. fun scene at Disneyland. You've got the band playing. This is Disneyland, right? Yes, Disneyland with the band playing and Mickey and Minnie in their 100 outfits doing a little dance. I thought that was adorable. So I included it. All right, and finally, we're going in the Wayback Machine for this one. 1986. Do you remember this commercial, Kyle, for Walt Disney World? I don't. Little Rudy. You know, Theo was like, do I really have to rap? Do I really have to rap in this commercial? But that was cool.
It's from the year I was born.
Shut up.
You're welcome.
The year I graduated high school. Painful. And therefore started college. All right, that was that. Now it is time for...
I'm ready to be educated.
What?
I'm ready to be educated.
Yes, time for education. Speaking of school. We only have 3 today. On this day in 1926, an actor was born. Not a ton of Disney credits. I'm even sure he's an actor, comedian. Not a ton of Disney credits, but the one he has is iconic. It will always be associated with him. It is from a Pixar franchise.
What year was this?
1926 he was born. I'm pretty sure he's no longer with us.
Okay. Is it I just forgot his name, but the hockey puck.
Don Rickles, way to go. On this day in 1926, Don Rickles was born. There he is, folks. The voice of Mr. Potato Head. Mr.
We heard him during your walk and talk at DCA last week with Mike.
That's a good point.
Spent some time watching Mr. Potato Head's AA while the ride was down.
That is a good point. He is still around. On this day in 1982, something significant, someone very important in the world we live in was born. Without whom you might even say we would not be doing this show right now.
Wow. I believe that would be Benjamin, middle name Breitbart.
Yes, Benjamin Aaron Breitbart was born on this day
today
in
I
1982.
Bad?
I learned
this whole time?
He is bad.
Okay.
Yesterday I learned that I cannot find a picture of him on the internet, so we will just talk about him here. Happy birthday, Benji. Everyone, please give a
try
big
going to facebook.com/Benji.
I'm not friends with him on Facebook, quite intentionally. I'm friends with him in real life. I don't need to be friends with him on Facebook. I see him every single day. Except today. I don't know where he is. So happy birthday, Ben. Everyone give a big HBD to Ben in the chat, and then someone thumbs up that HBD, as is our tradition here. He is 1982, 41 years old, same age as Epcot. And finally, on this day in 1991, this is... So
1991, you said?
1991, something became public. I'll put it that way. Something became public on this day in 1991. A large project that never came to be, and therefore Disney fans love it. Although had it come to be, they would undoubtedly hate it.
Disney's America?
Oh, no one loves that.
Oh, there he is. What happened? Came public. Is it? Yeah, I don't know.
On this day in 1991, newspapers reported Disney has proposed a $3.1 billion project to build Westcott.
Oh, wow. That's a long time before DCA opened.
Which essentially is the same scope, right? DCA, 800 million.
The original, DCA 1.0, totally same scope as what Westcott was going to be.
Westcott seems so ancient, and DCA seems so recent. It's hard to believe DCA opened 10 years after Westcott became public. It feels like that gap should be much longer. See, we don't do these on the weekends, but thank you. So when May 6th runs around to being on a weekday, then we will catch Adriana.
That's how we always keep it fresh. Otherwise, we're just going to be guessing the same things all year round.
So I think that's about it for today. We've got 3 minutes till 10, so I guess we can hang around a little bit, see if anything drops at the top of the hour. Have we posted anything lately? Oh, Disneyland Paris to bring back Avengers Power of the Night this fall. Have you seen that one?
I have not seen it because I haven't been back since. Well, we do have video of it. Luke just saw it while he was there, and then the boys saw it a week or two before that while they were there. So we do have video. We even have a no drones version on our YouTube. So that's just the most useless video you'll ever encounter.
And Luke, I presume it's Luke. He's been doing some cool POVs from Paris. We have Le
I think that's still Jeremiah, but
okay.
Could be wrong.
Le Passage Enchanté de Aladdin is up on YouTube. Les Voyages de Pinocchio is up on YouTube. So definitely go check that out. Ben, can I bring you on? Are you there? Yeah. Everyone, give a big, warm, happy birthday to the one and only Benjamin Breitbart.
Hi.
Okay, not everyone all at once.
I gotta tell you, turning 41 is a lot worse than turning 40, because like 40 you kind of psych yourself up. When you turn 41, everything just randomly starts hurting. Like,
not false.
It's very weird.
The good news is it gets worse as you get even older. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some HBDs, the tradition. So hey Disney, how was we played some Hey Disney? What was it like?
It's fine. It's just not more than the sum of its parts. It's Alexa that will tell you what time the parks are open. You know, it's just the hard part's finding out like what would I use it for. Like, I mean, I guess if you're just sitting around, you'd be like, oh no, what time does Epcot open? It would help you, but it doesn't really do anything besides that. It'll tell you stories, it'll tell you jokes, but you know,
trivia.
I think it's a little overhyped.
Did you use it to order towels?
No, because I'm not a DVC place. They don't even like. How does that even work? I'm in a treehouse villa. Like I got bathrooms I'm not even using. I'm not ordering towels.
Well, that's when you really need the towel, because that's hard to go to the lobby there.
Yeah. Well, it's like, and we got to like, how is this affecting housekeeping? Or like now they're getting all these like, because like I'm sure people go like, oh, you know what? Like they don't think they need towels, but since it says Alexa or Hey Disney, they're like, oh, you know what? I could use more towels.
You should have done it to find out. I feel like it would respond, do you really need towels, or are you just doing that to play with Alexa?
Right? It's like, it has these things where it's like, it has these soundscapes, right? And it's like, do you want the 15-minute version, the 30-minute version, the 60-minute? And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I played the 60-minute version to realize it's just the 15-minute version 4 times.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. 10 o'clock is here. Let us check the Twitterville. Anything dropping? This is why we set all our auto tweets to happen at 9:57, just to avoid the glut.
I will say, you may want to keep an eye on this YouTube channel later today, because we go live whenever news breaks.
All right. This is news to us too. I guess that's why we
I
have
know,
a meeting after the show.
To give you a heads up, you're on the show.
Cool. All right, folks. I think that's about it. You seeing anything, Kyle?
Nope. 30. The Kelly Clarkson show is moving cross country from Universal Lot to 30 Rock.
Oh wow! The Bear announced his second season debut. If you watch The Bear,
that's what I was trying to say, but somebody has to steal my thunder.
Oh, sorry.
Scary artwork for Guardians.
Did you get to hear have you heard the Shimmering Seas song that debuted a month ago, but we're just finding out about now?
No, it debuted a month ago?
It came out without a title. We already wrote about it a month ago, but now it's on streaming services. And so we did a.
I haven't heard it. Is it better than the Vacation Club song?
I believe so. Doobie doesn't think so. I think it's better.
It's hard to imagine it not being better.
It's not as cheesy while still being
Disney Vacation.
There's none of that crap.
Who sings it? Is it characters sung or is it just like,
It's
generic?
the same
No,
one
it's
who
the
does
same.
the other song.
Disney
Future
Vacation?
Disney legend Michelle Z.
Zarling. Zarlinga. Michelle Z. Very good, Kyle. All right, we're done here, guys. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back at 9 a.m. tomorrow. We'll be back at 4 p.m. today for Disney Parks Talk Live, and perhaps we'll be back later or sooner than that for something or other that I might find out about right after this.